Okay, first I want to say, I mean, not to open up old wounds, but how good does it feel? You're literally on top of the world a year and a half ago.
Before it continues, he literally told everybody to put money on Manny Ruiz.
Oh, really?
Monday, I picked him Monday.
Oh, man, I appreciate
I won $4,600.
That's right, baby.
I won $4,600. I picked him that Monday before the fight.
Really? Wow.
I picked
Excellent.
him. Better fighter, more talent, and he had a greater trainer.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
But how does it feel? Honestly, a year and a half ago, you had some leakage in camps.
Yeah.
You know, fighters leaving,
It's
and now.
boxing, man, a lot of ups and downs. Just like I'm a regular human being, just like you. You know, just like any. You know, we have our ups and downs in life. Sometimes we have more downs than ups.
Yeah.
At times, but you just got to be able to go through those type of challenges and grow. Because you know, as I always tell my fighters, you know, when we end up on the losing end, we don't lose. We either win or we learn. So I learned. I learned to become a better person, better individual, better human being, better friend, better husband.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's what you know. That's
And now you're on
that's
top
what
of the
I
world.
think.
You're
And
on top.
now-
You're literally on top of the world because the fight could be in the UK, Saudi Arabia, or America. You're literally on top of the world. But
I don't see it that way. See, that's the thing, man. I'm still the same guy. I'm the same person. I show up to the gym every day. The same. Yeah. If I was on Saturday, I came home on Sunday from New York. Monday morning, I was back in the gym because I understood that there was other fighters, other boxers that I work with that are counting on me, that are depending on me to show up and and to reach the pinnacle, help them reach their
Definitely
goals,
the pinnacle.
their dreams, which is to just like Andy winning a title. Well, I got other kids that depend on me. This isn't about me. It's never been about me. It's been about them, having them achieve their goals and their dreams. You know what I mean? So to me, that makes me happy. So this is why I do what I do.
task at hand. Obviously, the obvious question. Andrew Ruiz said the fight's in America. Eddie Hearn said the fight's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I know your PR person already told you, you got to say this, you got to say that. So tell us the answer.
Oh, no, you know what? It's some questions are yet to be answered. You know, there's no commission in Saudi Arabia. So who will be in charge if the fight was to take place in Saudi? Who's gonna be what commission? Who's taking? Who will be in charge? That's one. Second, VADA. Who will be in charge of the drug testing? There's no VADA out there. There's no commission out there. So these are simple questions that need a simple answer, and we haven't gotten those answers yet.
No stadium either.
No stadium. Like, apparently they're building a stadium. Apparently they're and we gotta understand, man. We're going on an undemocratic nation. You know, who's to guarantee your safety? Who's to guarantee your safety
Absolutely.
if you travel?
Yeah,
And
right.
I'm hearing that no women can attend.
Wow.
You know, women. We got plenty of women that are involved, that are part of the media.
And I need women to show up.
Absolutely.
Because I get tired of y'all after 9 o'clock.
Right, you know what I mean? My wife can't come.
Yeah.
Andy's wife can't come, or mom. You know what I mean? And it's just you can't travel with your family. I think that's a little bit unfair. Not just for our families, but it's unfair for the fans. How many American fans can travel from the United States to Saudi Arabia?
Sure.
Who can guarantee their safety?
Absolutely right.
Even the British fans, who can guarantee their safety? You know, sure they're gonna want to bring their wives or their significant others. You know, and they can't because it's why?
Sure.
Why? Money?
Money.
No. Come on, man. There's plenty of money in the U.S. There's plenty of money in Great Britain. You know what I mean? Why do we have to go to Saudi Arabia? Why? I don't understand why.
Now, he said contracts is already signed. Do you think he was referring to the first contract?
The rematch clause.
The
I think he's referring to the rematch.
clause.
I think.
Okay.
You know, I think obviously
Okay.
because if Andy says he hasn't signed the new contract for this fight, then he hasn't signed. So obviously he must be referring to the rematch clause on the first contract.
Now, some pundits have said maybe Andrew Ruiz is partying a little too much, still in celebration mode. Has he been back in the gym? And
Scheduled to be back in the gym on Monday.
are you gonna have 1,000 media members waiting at the door?
Well, I never said we were training.
Okay. We gonna find out. We'll find out.
On Monday.
Beautiful.
And if we start Monday, we will have exactly 16 weeks to prepare for this fight. That's 4 months. We had 5 weeks, the first fight. So I feel that 16 weeks is more than enough. Let the kid have his time in the sun, man. Let the kid enjoy himself. We've got 4 months.
That's what I
more
say,
than
too.
enough for any fighter to get ready to prepare for a fight. You know what I mean? So I believe time is in our hands, and I believe that Andy will be in better shape, leaner, faster, stronger, mentally, physically. Will be a better fighter this time around.
He said that he may come in a little leaner, may come in. How do you anticipate? 16 weeks out, how do you project project Andy Ruiz?
Yeah. Well, I got to get him back in the gym first, obviously, and then to check his weight and see where he's at physically, and then take it from there. You know, one day at a time, 1 week at a time.
Anthony Joshua said he was hit with a lucky shot. Your response to that is?
He said he was hit with the four
Yeah,
knockdowns. He was hit with the lucky shot four different times. I don't understand. How do you can lift all the weights you want. You can lift more weights. You can run more. You can do whatever. But how do you recover from this? That's a question that has yet to be answered. How do you recover from your chin? How do you recover from four knockdowns? You say all you want, you know. But how do you recover from this? On the other hand, Andy, he got up from his best shot and still took some.
Knocked him down in that round. In that
round, that devastating shot that he was able to take just fine. Joshua wasn't. So that's what we have to see this second time around. I'm not saying that we're going to go, yeah, well, I'm going to prepare my guy to win.
As you should.
And anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, not just as a coach, but as a fan, shoot, how do you recover from knockdowns? You know, it could have been worse.
Do you think Anthony Joshua is done? I'm not saying, I'm talking about done in terms of his mindset because I saw you kind of smirk a little bit, but where I come from, we mentally judge a person before we go to war. We spiritually judge a person before we go to war. Do you think it will be June 1st? You think it will be different June 1st versus December? Let's say December 14th. Is it less or more?
It'll definitely be different, but I'm not judging Anthony Joshua. I'm not overconfident at all. I believe that he'll be in better shape. I believe that he'll be. If he was confident, I will believe that he overconfident. I don't believe that he'll come in with that being overconfident, and anything can happen in boxing. All it takes is one punch, one big solid shot, and we just got to go out there and we just got to make sure we land first. We got to make sure we execute first. That's the thing. You know what I mean? And who does that and who does it better? At the end of the day, you know, we're working to win. He's working to win. He's getting in shape, but so will we. And I think we're going to have a great fight in our hands. I respect Joshua. But what I don't agree with is for him to say that it's a lucky shot. No.
You just beat him. In my humble opinion, you beat him thoroughly.
You beat him fair and square, man. There's no such thing as luck. You win your fights in the gym. No such thing as luck. I don't believe in luck. Luck is between opportunity and luck is where opportunity and preparation meets. You get that. You get preparation. You get an opportunity. Good chance you might get lucky.
Yeah.
But
now,
other than that, forget about it.
June 2nd, when you called Andy Ruiz and y'all stopped pinching each other, did you say, damn, was he easy? He was easier than I thought he was.
No. I mean, you win your fights in the gym.
I know you, but I'm just saying, just based off your preparation.
No, it wasn't easy at all. It wasn't easy. It was extreme. If you ask, I mean, there's no such thing as easy. I don't care what fighter you talk to. There ain't no easy, man. There ain't no easy opponents. There's no such thing as an easy fight. Again, you win your fights in the gym. We didn't get lucky. We worked hard. We worked hard for this. And fortunately for us, we fought April 20th. So we had a 10-week camp with Dimitrenko, took a week off, and then all of a sudden we get the phone call. We got right back in the gym, and then we had 5 weeks. But 5 weeks to prepare for Joshua. You know, altogether it must have been about 15 weeks between that fight and then Joshua. But to prepare for a big fight like Joshua, he didn't have no time to rest, no time to sit back and enjoy the family. People have no idea how difficult it was for me to keep Andy focused. It was hard.
Really?
I mean, absolutely.
After April 20th?
Yes.
Really? Talk about that.
He was excited. Right?
Okay.
He was excited
that he's
to
getting
get
a chance.
The fight with Joshua. Yeah, I'm going to get the fight for the world title. I'm fighting Joshua. Great. The first week, as soon as you hear about it, it's great. But then, okay, now I got to get back in a camp again. I got to go back into, training mode. First week, second week, third week. I was like, can you imagine after 13, 14 weeks of training? It's like, dude, I'm done. I'm done. Mentally, he was extremely tired.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Physically, he was tired. So I had to find ways to keep him motivated, ways for me to keep him focused. And it wasn't easy. Andy will tell you, man, we clashed. You know, we had arguments. You know what I mean? We went head to head. It got bad, but at the end of the day, I was right. Get him to understand that, hey, listen, kid, I know, you miss your family, you miss the wife, the kids, you miss, being around, being in your comfort zone, but this is more important. So luckily, fortunately, I should say, I was able to keep him focused up until the very end. It wasn't his weight wasn't where I wanted to be, but you had to give one thing for another.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I had to give in somehow. You know what I mean? I couldn't get everything I wanted.
I got you.
Right? This time around,
You got 16
oh,
weeks.
excuses, man. 16 weeks.
Now, people have drawn a parallel between the Dillian White, UCLAD, and
Terrible.
can you speak on that and how it could affect?
It's an embarrassment to boxing, man. He should be ashamed of what he did. Eddie Hearn, that's his promoter, ain't it? Am I right?
Yes.
It's his promoter. Come on, man. Come on, and then you want us to go to Saudi Arabia where there's no commission and there's no VADA? Come on, man. Give me a break, man. Come on. And then he just signed that other British fighter that tested positive as
Billy
well.
Joe Saunders.
Come on, man. That's another one. Come on, man. What are you guys doing out there? You know what I mean? Come on. And then obviously Big Baby Miller. He went out on the limb to talk about Big Baby Miller, what he did, what a shame, it would have been an embarrassment. My understanding, I don't know. I heard this. Don't quote me on this, but I think Eddie Hearn knew, or my understanding is that he knew about Dillian White.
Yeah, he admitted to me in an interview that he did. He knew prior to the fight. I don't know when, but he said at least 36 hours prior to the fight, he knew of the positive test. Yes. His quote is 36 hours.
Come on, man. Come on, man. That's not good. It's not good for boxing, especially when you go out on the limb and say, dude, I knew about this 34 hours, 36
at least 36
days
hours,
before the fight. Come on, man. That's not cool. And you want us to go to Saudi Arabia, man? Come on. You know, I just don't know. I just don't. What guarantees do we have? Commission. I respect. He's a great promoter. I respect the guy. You know, Eddie Hearn, he's great. He gave us an opportunity to fight
the
for
integrity,
the world title.
maybe the integrity.
It's integrity, man. It's integrity. And at the end of the day, my dad used to say, a man without integrity is not a man. Wow. So, you know, that's just the one thing you got to check yourself. You got to check yourself. And again, I don't excuse. I'm no one to condone Dillian White, but definitely it's not right what he did. Big Baby Miller. He went out on the limb and spoke bad about Big Baby Miller. I haven't heard him say anything about Dillian White, to be honest with you. You know, so
they haven't brought back the B sample yet.
Saunders, and then like, come on.
They haven't even tested the B sample yet.
Yes, wow.
So if they haven't tested the B sample, my humble opinion, it infringes upon you actually going to the UK. I mean, going to the Saudi Arabia and under the thumb of.
And I will never accuse of Anthony Joshua taking anything illegally, but I just want a level playing field. I think that's all we're asking for.
There's a great quote that says, "When someone shows you who they are the first time, believe them."
Wow.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's no way, in my humble opinion, I'm not speaking for you, I'm not speaking for the Ruiz camp, but I'm saying, if you're telling me I got to get up out of my house, go live in your house, abide by your rules, and I don't know what the hell is going on, I can't do it. And I'm in charge? I have 3 belts. Like, I am the heavyweight champion of the world, first in history. The Mexican president knows who I am. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, and I picked them Monday. I won $4,600 on that. I know you got to go eat. You probably done make it way. Okay. Okay, but yeah, okay. Anthony Joshua versus Luis Ortiz.
Oh, you mean
the rematch?
You said Anthony Joshua.
Okay, excuse me. Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. Thank you.
Oh man, I got Deontay. I gotta take Deontay. Luis Ortiz is only getting older. You know, I've heard. You know, he's a great fighter, but I just, man, Deontay Wilder. He's in his prime right now, and I just see him winning a fight. You know, the first fight was a great fight, but I just got a feeling that Anthony Joshua will be better prepared.
See.
There you go. Deontay Wilder will be better. We're talking about Joshua. Deontay Wilder will be more focused, but less overconfident, and he knows what Luis Ortiz is bringing to the table. So I know I got a feeling he'll be ready for it.
Now these 2 lanes, dead ends. If Andrew Ruiz wins, Deontay Wilder wins.
That's an easy
Cinco
fight
de Mayo, the biggest fight in the
Heyman, man, that's an easy fight to make.
Wow.
Right there. There should be no problem making that.
That'll be a hell of a fight, and we get 6 months promoted.
in the fight in America, right?
In Vegas, New York, wherever
I
you
don't
got.
see us fighting in Saudi Arabia. You know, Now, on the other hand, I had a question. Do you think Deontay Wilder will go to Saudi Arabia? If this
Hell
was the
no.
Saudi, if this
Hell
was the
no.
situation?
It wouldn't even be a topic of conversation.
It wouldn't even be.
Wouldn't
So
even be.
why should it be a topic now? I don't understand.
Wouldn't even be a topic of conversation. And it's not. See, in my humble opinion, Eddie Hearn used this as a PR move. So he's like, remember, he announced it with no fighters. He announced it without the agreement of both sides, and he was just speaking to get the sides of the media on his side and say,
Correct.
you know what, they're being rebellious.
Yeah.
We're gonna take it to court. And now momentum is, he wants momentum to be on his side, so everyone's attacking you, Al Heyman, Andy Ruiz, like, y'all better sign the contract. Why are you ducking?
Correct.
You know, that's my humble opinion.
That's not cool.
That's
Not cool. If that's what he's trying to do, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair for Andy or any of us to just go fight in Saudi Arabia. It's unfair. It's unfair for all of us. It's unfair for the fans.
You're right.
It's
You're
unfair
right.
for every single.
I'm definitely not going.
What are you waking up at 3 in the morning on the Monday morning to watch the watch the fight? What time will the fight? Well, these are questions that have yet to be answered, obviously. But I think it's unfair for the fans.
Yeah.
It's unfair for the American fans. It's unfair for the British fans.
Sure.
Because these are two of the biggest fan bases in the world. I mean, without America,
Yeah.
without the U.S. and Mexican fans, where would boxing be? You know, and obviously the Brits, man, the British fans are some of the most loyal fans I have ever met. These guys will travel the world to go support their boxers. I just don't see how they're going to be able to travel to Saudi Arabia to watch Joshua.
What's some of the coolest things y'all have experienced since June 1st?
Obviously, it's got to be on the top of our list is visiting the president of Mexico.
And flying private too. I saw the stories. Y'all flying private.
I gotta tell you, man, it was probably on the top of my list. Man. Just like, and such a good guy too. Humble. He treated us very.
Yeah, he is. I've been covering him for a long time. And
so
Ruiz.
It was great. It was great. You know, being there with the president, but Scott has to be at the top of our list. My list anyway. And it's just the people, man. People embracing us, people showing us so much respect, so much love. You know, and the most important thing for us is just to stay grounded and not let the situation change who we are as people.
Okay.
We're just people, man. We're no different. You know, we're the same. And that's why Andy, he's a people's champion. You sit
Definitely.
if you had Andy here right
Without
now,
a
you'd
doubt.
be interviewing Andy, man, he'd be like, hey, just
Without a doubt.
super chill, man, super charismatic and funny and woody, and he's just a good dude, man. You know, he doesn't talk, even before the fight, he never said anything negative about Joshua. You know, and I'm sure he's not saying anything.
He was actually humble. He even said,
super
I would
cool
like to be
guy.
considered, or he didn't say, I want to fight.
You know,
I remember when he beat Devin Check. I was there at StubHub when he actually said that.
Absolutely. He shows that respect towards we understand how hard this game is, man. So I think we all deserve respect, especially as fighters and coaches. Respect the game, respect one another, do your talking in the ring, and may the best man win at the end of the day. But don't let a situation change you or control who you are. You know, it's just staying grounded and just being real to the game, being real to yourself. I think that's the most important thing.
I'm glad you reminded me of this. A year ago, probably to this date this month, but around this time of year, he said he thought about quitting boxing.
Yeah.
When did you reach out to him?
No, we sat down. This happened at the gym, man. This
Wow.
happened. Both Andy and I were at the gym one day. He was down on his luck. He was promoted by I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, I know. That's why. Yeah.
I don't want to get kicked out of this place. But he was with his previous promoter, and things weren't going too well. You know, he wasn't staying active. He wasn't getting paid. You know, he was barely making enough. He was barely making the money to make ends meet and pay his rent. But then he was down on his luck. Now he wasn't able to. You know, he had his family back home in Imperial, and he says, Coach Manny, I mean, he's about to get evicted from his apartment.
Wow.
And I'm sure this is real, man.
I know.
And because it's cool to tell these kind of stories now because, you know, we all struggle, man. We all go through ups and downs in life. And it was a situation where, like, he was down on his luck. And I told him, kid, hang in there. Look, he's like, Coach, I'm going to go home, get a job, you know. I gotta work. I gotta take care of my family. Kid, let me help you, man. Let me see what I can do for you.
Wow.
But don't quit. Hang in there. I guarantee you, a year from now, your luck will change. I guarantee you, a year from now, everything will be different.
Wow.
You're gonna be Look, man, a year from now you're gonna be this. You're gonna be fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world. As a
Wow.
matter of fact, kid, I had a dream that you would be fighting
I remember you
Joshua,
said that.
my brother.
You
And I
told me
said
that.
it and I said it before the fight, and I'll say it again. I had a dream that you'd be fighting Joshua for the heavyweight championship of the world. And guess what, kid? I know exactly what punch you're gonna be knocking him out with because I had a dream. Obviously, my dream was different because in that dream I pictured Andy catching him with an overhand right and knocking him out with one punch. Obviously, it didn't happen this way, but it happened.
It was a left hook.
And it was that was the beginning.
The beginning.
That was the first knockdown. But that right hand did have a lot to do with
Okay.
within the fight.
Sure.
And so we talked about this, and obviously things began to change. He was able to get out of the contract, sign without Heyman. He got a fight with Dimitrenko, and then all of a sudden we get a fight with Joshua less than a year later. You know what I mean? So it's like I said, man, it's having faith, man, believing in God and having faith, and not staying true to yourself, to the game, and surrounding yourself with positive, good people that want what's best for you. In this case, he knows what's up. It's a family. It's a family environment at the gym, man. You know what I mean? Why? Because they're all boxers, man. They all feed off one another. They're all, they know, everyone knows. As a fighter, you know what you're getting yourself into. You know that you're putting your life on the line every time you step into the ring. And there's never a perfect situation, There's no perfect scenario. So there's always something. So he was going through a lot again, with the eviction and with the personal situation, and it's just pretty much ready to hang up the gloves, man. This close to going back home to Imperial Valley. I don't know if you've ever been there or not, but
I've driven through. I've driven through.
He hung in there, found him a place to stay, put him in a good place, put him in with good people, got him in the gym, got him training, got him on the right track, having faith, man, believing in God, and just not letting go. At the end of the day, if we don't have faith, then what do we have? We got nothing. So,
Y'all deserve these 6 weeks off. Y'all deserve that victory.
So all of a sudden, his luck changed.
Because I'm going to cut you off, because what you're not saying is you've maybe financially helped the man to get back to where he wanted to be, and that takes mettle. That takes like fortitude. That takes like, motherfucker, I believe in you, and how much I believe you, I'm going to physically show you I believe in you.
That's right.
And I think that's powerful.
Absolutely. His chef, which is Alonso, I call my friend. He's our chef at the gym. He takes care. You become part of our team. You become a friend. You're part of the family now. So our chef had a spare room in his home, Alonso.
Yeah.
Hey kid, I need you to help me, man. I need you to help me with Andy. Now they're best friends.
Yeah, that's
now they
beautiful.
travel together. Now they do everything together. Plus, that's his chef. So he's in charge. Alonso, you're in charge of making sure that Andy, comes in slimmer. He's good, man. He's good. He's enjoying himself, and he deserves to. We had back-to-back fights. April 20th, June 1st. People are like, he's got to get back in the gym and let the kid have his time in the sun, man. Let him enjoy himself. He's in Mexico right now taking care of
I saw that.
Yeah, why not? And then once I get him back in the gym, that's it. It's time to go to work.
You beat Joshua with basically a 5-week camp. So
Yeah,
do you feel
pretty
like
much.
if
16
you have
weeks
even,
would definitely
even more
be-
time to prepare,
absolutely.
you think it'll be even easier to beat Anthony Joshua with like a full 8-week camp?
Oh yeah, full. It'll be 16 weeks.
16.
And the thing going back to the fight with Dimitrenko was a 10-week camp. So we peaked, right? We peaked, and then what happens is you taper down. We fight Dimitrenko, and then he takes a week off, and then after a week you gotta go right up. You know what I'm saying?
All the way up.
All
Yeah.
the way up, because it's 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So there ain't no okay, we're gonna start here, and we're steadily gonna move up, and no, we had to get right back to work.
Thank God no scar
You know
tissue.
what I'm saying?
He was a little red, but thank God no
Yeah,
scar
yeah.
tissue.
Correct. So do you understand the difference between that fight and this fight? 16 weeks, we're gonna start from scratch, man. We're gonna go easy, and there's gonna be 3 faces coming into this fight. Face 1 is Southern California, getting them back in the gym, getting them going again. And the second face will be somewhere else, where we'll be sparring and getting them ready
Wow.
for us. And then the third face will obviously be wherever the fight takes place, if we ever get it.
So was the date agreed upon? The 7th, or is it, or nothing is agreed upon?
Apparently, it could be the end of November, December 7th, December 14th, the first
You
week.
can't
of
go past
December.
December 14th because of the holidays. So,
Yeah, correct. I just don't know. I just don't know. Let's just hopefully we'll all know soon.
what was the last
With
conversation
myself.
you had with Andy?
I'll see you back in the gym real soon. I'll see you back in the gym. I'll
So
see you
where's
back.
Andy at
I'll see you
now?
back. He's in Mexico. He's in Mexico now. I believe he comes back either today or tomorrow. I spoke to the dad
Dude,
this morning.
I'm just so amazed. The man said he couldn't pay rent.
Yeah, man. And haven't haven't you been there before? Haven't you?
I was homeless for
been
2
there
years.
before,
I was
man?
homeless for 2 years, so I know.
Man, you talk about I got a long story, man. If I go way back to, you talked about a year and a half ago, man. My story began a long time ago. A lot of, probably the most painful thing I've ever had to deal with or cope with in my personal life has been losing my dad. Obviously losing my mother after my dad. But my dad, because my dad was the one that put me in the game. You know what I'm saying? He was my mentor. He was my teacher. He was my everything. And then it's all of a sudden to lose my best friend and 12 years ago, man that was very much involved in boxing, very well-known person in boxing, Chato Robles. And then all of a sudden, I lose my pops. It's like, dude, it's like starting out. I lost my home. I lost my job. I lost everything, back in the day when my family, I lost everything. But one thing I never lost was my faith. That's it, man. And I started all over again. And I did it on my own. Why? Because I lost my pops. So now I had to do it on my own. I did it. And but you know what? If you think about it, man, if I didn't go through those type of situations, then how would I be able to teach? How would I be able to advise my boxers? I had to.
Yeah.
I had to endure those type of situations. I had to endure losing my father, losing my brother, losing my mom, losing my brother to the streets, man. My brother was gunned down. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So for me to go to those type of situations, lose my home, but I never lost my faith. And then I've been married for 25 years, man. For my wife to stick with me through good and bad, through thick and thin, bro. Bring it, homeboy. Bring it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Man.
Let's go to Saudi Arabia. Right?
You know why that's cool is because Andy Ruiz basically ignited, inspired a whole country, a whole civilization, a whole culture. But what may get lost in translation and why I want to ask you these questions is because they need to know about that conversation where you said,
Oh, yeah.
okay, I know you can't afford gym fees, you can't afford rent, you got no place to stay, but you actually...
People build people, brother. People build people, We all need each other, man. You can't do nothing on your own. A lot of kids out there that trying to do things. I did this on my own. Oh, I got to the top on my own. That's a lie. You can't do nothing on your own. People build people, man. And then one thing about Andy Ruiz is that he's a people's champion because we can all identify ourselves.
I love Andy. I fucking love Andy. No, I do. I love Andy.
I don't care what nationality or where you come from or the color of your skin or whatever. You see Andy, you see yourself. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Because man, he did it. I've been there before.
He did it.
And he don't have to look like Anthony Joshua. He don't have to look like a Canelo, good looking and all, If he did it, I can do it too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's a person, man. He's a human being. He's normal, just like you and I. Like I said, so we can identify ourselves with Andy, and it makes us believe, not just boxing, but for any person, any walk in life, any place you come from, kids going to school, going to college, that it gets difficult, or any other sport, football, baseball, whatever the case may be, or even just a normal person going to, working at a job and just not giving up, it's just really, that's what this is, man. I never, I saw Rocky, Rocky 1, Rocky 2, those are my two favorites, right?
Okay.
And so this is like reliving the Rocky movie all over again because here comes this guy, just like Rocky 1, right, where he gets an opportunity for to fight for a world title where he wasn't even ranked. You know what I'm saying? You put him right back here, put him right in the rankings to give him a shot at the title, and he wins.
How is Andy handling being an overnight sensation? I mean, he just went from basically being just a guy that you never heard of, and then he just comes out of nowhere, beats Anthony Joshua, and now he's
if you're in a boxing
like
game,
a household name.
Yeah, if you're in a boxing game, you know what's up, man. You know Andy. you know what his capabilities are. You know what he's got. You know his talents. If you're in a boxing game, for most of the fans out there, for a lot of people out there, you're casual fans or whatever, did not know Andy. So man, you look at the guy.
I've seen him
never
spar
judge a book by its cover, man.
10 years ago
He's a
at the
monster,
gym,
bro.
at
He's a
Freddie Roach
monster.
gym.
You know, this kid, man. He don't care how big you are, man. He'll just go out there. He loves the game. He loves to get hit. He loves to engage and to fight. Yeah, he grew up in the streets, man. This kid's got a story, man. I mean, look at.
I can't wait for y'all to tell it.
He was
I'll
bullied
go
when
see
he
the
was a
movie.
kid, man.
I'll
This
go
kid was
see the
bullied.
movie.
Oh man, it'd be great. It'd be great if there was
I'll
a
need
movie,
to
right?
contact Robert Rodriguez. No Quentin Tarantino. We don't like him. We don't like
But can you think about how he was? He's always been chubby. His entire life. So going to school, man, and bullying and all that. So he was bullied, man. He was pushed around and bullied till he had to stand up for himself. Dad put him in boxing. Dad would grab him by the ear to take him to the gym, and and he's been fighting his entire life. He don't know how to do nothing else but fight. You know what I mean?
I pray y'all document this camp, not for the celebrity, but just so it can be archived. You know what I mean? Because in 2075, there's going to be a 17-year-old Mexican fighter from South Central LA, Puerto Vallarta.
Right.
That's going to be, I'm saying, in 2019, the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. I think it's just important.
It's remarkable, man. It's like I said, and God has a plan.
Have you spoke to Chris Arreola, by the way?
You know what? Chris he's my dude. That's my boy. Chris is a great guy.
I love
and he had
Chris.
a chance
Love Chris.
But I'm sure Chris is happy for Andy. Hey, I didn't get there, but you did. You know what I mean? Because that's what this is.
Yeah.
There's enough for everybody to go by. Just to be supportive.
Yeah.
Being supportive of one another, and because if you're involved in a game, man, you understand what you. I love it when boxers, they do their talking and I'm gonna beat you up, you're gonna beat me up, but at the end of the fights, what do they normally do?
Hug.
They embrace. Man, because, dude, you and I got down and you beat the shit out of each other and we're still able to embrace after a fight. It's a gentleman's sport, man. It's just like you're putting your life on the line. That's why I have, nothing but the utmost respect for fighters. For those people, then fans out there that, it's easy for them to judge fighters. Oh, he's a bum. Oh, he's this, he's that. Oh, they don't know what they're talking about, man.
My last question. Will he jump higher if assuming he beats Anthony Joshua? Because he only got this high off the ground in the last fight. Will you train him so he can jump higher?
I mean, it's just, we got to train hard. We got to get ready for this fight. We got to definitely, Anthony Joshua he's a monster, man. I respect Joshua. He's an incredible person, incredible human being, an incredible fighter. And we expect a better Joshua this time around, and so Joshua should expect a better Andy Ruiz as well. It'll be a great fight. I think at the end of the day, the winners will be the fans. I think you guys are gonna come out
and Andy Ruiz.
Hopefully,
I need him to win that fight. I need him to win this fight.
You know what I'm saying? I never like to get ahead of myself. We got a tough fight tomorrow. I got a kid fighting for a world title tomorrow. We're gonna do our best to go out there and win the fight. We're prepared. You win your fights in the gym, and obviously I believe that my fighter will win, just like I believe that Andy will win. But it's us. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's only, two fighters in the ring, and they got to go out there and they got to do what they got to do.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for your
Appreciate you
time.
too.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you,
Appreciate
man.
you, King. Thank you. Thank you.